course, it's Scotty Holtzman we got back here in the program. Hot sauce. Cut him right in the middle of his food prep. Michael McBride is who you got, UFC Fight Night 108. Nashville, good place. Good arena, Bridgestone Arena. But that really doesn't matter to you, does it, much? You don't really care where you fight. You'd fight basically in the basement of a bar if that's where the fight had to go, right?
Yeah, I don't care, man. I fought in his hometown last time. I fought in my hometown. I fought in neutral ground. It doesn't matter, man. The octagon's the same no matter where they bring it. So I'm gonna get in there and throw some heat either way.
Yeah. Let's go back and talk about Josh Emmett real quick. Decision loss. Now you've had time to analyze it, take a look at it. What are you gonna do different if you had to refight that fight all over again?
Yeah, just not get emotional. The first round, he didn't really do anything to me. He had a couple takedowns, maybe caught a kick. I popped right back up. He didn't hit me with anything hardly. I hit him some. So the second round, I said, you know what? I'm in his hometown. This is his crowd. I'm gonna come out and bust his ass.
Yeah.
But got a little emotional, and in fighting, emotion's not a good thing. So gonna make that adjustment and stay cool, calm, and leave the emotion outside the ring. So it'd be a good adjustment for me.
Yeah. Now, how hard is it? Because it sounds simple. Oh, I'm just gonna take emotion out of it, but emotions happen. So how hard is it for you during practices to go, okay, I lost last time because I got emotional. I've got to keep my emotions in check. It's got to be hard, especially when you're around your teammates, you're around your friends, know how to push your buttons. They've been training with you for years, so they know exactly what's going to get underneath your skin, stuff like that. So how hard is it to really control your emotions even during practice?
It gets hard because, we got 30, 40 guys in the room and you compete every day. So, if you don't like what somebody does or somebody gets the better of you, it gets competitive quick, even on days you don't want to compete as hard or drills that aren't meant for as much competition. So I think just with the sparring drills, using sparring properly as a tool to manage my emotion and going there even killing no matter what happens in sparring, resetting and coming back with each exchange and keeping my goals in mind for the practice. So,
well, let's talk about Michael McBride. He's coming up. He's your focus. He's the next guy. In the way of a paycheck, so to speak. How do you see him as a fighter? I know you've seen tape on him. You've analyzed him a little bit. How do you see him coming into you as a fighter?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. He fought Nick Lentz. On 9 days' notice. 9 days is not enough to really do anything. You barely make the weight. I'm not sure if he made the weight or not. He's tall. He's 6'1". He has a lot of the same tendencies that most tall guys have. He leans back, leaves his chin up. He likes to step back, throwing hooks while you're on the way in. So, I just got to be prepared for some awkwardness. I think, Lentz is a good wrestler, good grappler. Striking wise, he's not all that good, but McBride dropped him once and gave him trouble grappling, and that was 9 days' notice. So just got to be prepared, for everything. I obviously want to put the fight where I have the biggest advantage. So I'm gonna try to lump his ass up some.
At 155, 6'1" is really tall at that weight class. It's really tall. Have you had problems trying to find? I mean, I know there's a ton of 6'1" guys in your room, but none of them are 155 pounds. Am I missing someone that is 155 and or 170-ish? That's 6'1", because you can go with a heavyweight, but he's a heavyweight. You can go with a 205 pounder, but he's a 205 pounder, so it doesn't really mimic the style that you're looking for.
Yeah, we got some guys. We got a new guy, Dan Moret. He's been around. He's on the LFA circuit. Johnny Case has been training with us now. They're both pretty tall. And then we got some guys that nobody's heard of that are 6'1" that are pretty good too, that just train for fun. So I've been trying to grab all the tall, goofy, awkward guys in the gym. So tall guys are hard to fight. There's no secret in that. I mean, you know that. You probably fought plenty of tall guys. They present problems. You got to be careful, especially with 4-ounce gloves.
I mean, especially if he's backing up and throwing hooks on you, which most tall guys
Yeah.
tend to do at their weight classes
Yeah.
because they have that long range. You got to be real cautious coming in. Um,
Yeah.
it seems like your defense has gotten better over the last couple of fights. Is that just something that's kind of happened from spending rounds, or is it a conscious decision? Hey, I got to keep my hands up better. I got to use better head motion to keep from getting hit so much in practice.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm slowly getting better everywhere. That's what I'm trying to do. You know, I spend some time in the boxing gym. I try to move my head. I try to do things the right way. So whether I'm getting more comfortable or what, I don't know. But I'm always trying to put a complete game together. So um, you know, this will be another one where you know he likes to throw step back hooks and things like that. So just like any other fight, head movement will be key and um, you know, fastballs down the middle.
Yeah. So before we start this interview, you were meal prepping. Um,
Yeah,
it's Wednesday though. Like most people meal prep like Sunday or Saturday or something. How come you do it in the
yeah.
middle of the week?
I usually do, but I'm leaving on Saturday, so I didn't want to. I just took one pack of chicken out of the freezer
Okay.
on Sunday night and just cooked one pack. So I had another pack left. I decided to cook it tonight. So I've only got probably 4 meals of chicken left though until I leave. So I think it'll work out perfect. Chicken thighs, man.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
how hard is it to stay on your diet once you're in the hotel? Because food in those places is not great, especially when you're really trying to be dialed in. Do you have to bring a whole set of food with you? Do you go grocery shopping, or do you just take a shot at the restaurants?
No, I don't ever take a shot at any restaurant really. I usually go grocery shopping no matter where I am, and I bring a little electric skillet and a crock pot sometimes too wherever I go. So one of my coaches, Uncle Jeff, he usually cooks. He'll do some no sodium crock pot chicken, and then we just heat it up right in the skillet
Yeah,
uh, with some avocado. You know, it's pretty straightforward, just a little bit of protein and some healthy fats. That's
yeah,
really it for fight week. It's not too hard for me. I'm normally pretty tired, so I just kind of train a little bit, eat and rest.
yeah. Try to recoup as much as you can. You know,
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
to ask you though. You've weighed in with the new weigh-in rule. We're weighing in the morning earlier at the 9 a.m. time, correct? You've had that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like it
Yes.
better? Or do you think it's better to have the 4 o'clock weigh-in for you cutting weight?
I don't know. I mean, I think if you're looking at a rest perspective, makes it a little harder, you know, because you don't get a full night's sleep really. South Dakota 2 fights ago, I was up all night. Um, I wasn't able to go to sleep, and man, you talk about feeling horrible, like on top of a weight cut and then not having any sleep. I was
Yeah.
mad. I was mad at some people, but
Yeah. No
got a
kidding.
little bit of sleep last time, but most guys are doing about half of it the night before and then waking up early in the morning and do the other half. So that's what I did this time. I got up at 5, 6 and did another 3 or 4 pounds and was right on. So it wasn't too bad, but you just don't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, that's that one night no sleep, and they're still
Yeah,
trying to work on it. They're still trying to find a better way to make it happen for fighters. When I was competing, of course, coming from wrestling, I hated anybody talking about same day weigh-ins or moving the weigh-ins around or doing any of that stuff. I was like, look, man, we signed up we signed up for it. We know what we're getting into. This is just how it
yeah,
works, and this is just what we have to do. But now, as a referee, I'm like, hey, we gotta fix this because I'm watching guys, I'm repping guys that should be
yeah,
great fights come third round, and they're exhausted and they got nothing left. And part of it is helped is having that 9 a.m. weigh in is really helped getting that extra 6 or 7 hours in before doing the public weigh in. But also too, it seems like they're better coming. It seems like they're better rested, like you said. They seem like they've got a little bit more time to rest. For you, after you make weight, obviously you eat and drink because you want to get rehydrated and get your food in. But then you go lay
yeah.
down right away too because you haven't slept the night before.
Yeah, though when I didn't sleep the night before, I came back and ate a little bit, ate some stuff, and then went to sleep for 3 hours solid, and woke up and felt decent, and then got a decent night of rest. But you know, uh, I don't remember the last time I'd had no sleep. You know, so it takes a toll on your body, I think. And since the IV's been gone, I can't really, you know, I can't lie and say that I've felt awesome every fight. Um, but I worked with a guy. It was my first time working with him last time. His name's Andy Galpin. He's out. He's like a sports physio guy at Cal State Fullerton. He's been helping me with the reload process. So
Oh, good.
we've been dialing in a little more. But even last fight, I thought, there were times when my legs were just so heavy. And I know the fights are hard,
Yeah.
but I'm always in good shape, man. I kind of hang my hat on being a blue collar worker, and I dust everybody in the strength and conditioning workouts and things like that. So I think it's just finding the right balance mentally and then
Yep.
hitting that reload too. But since the IV, I've had the IV my entire career, even amateur.
Yeah.
So since that's been gone, I can't tell you that I felt awesome, but you got to do what you got to do.
You still get nervous when just before they tell you to start the fight? You still get those butterflies in your stomach?
Yeah, I think so. I think once you start walking though, that's it. You just don't have any other choice.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you go. I think just waiting to make the walk is the worst, especially for the
Man,
TV and stuff. They make you stand here and then stand there and then 5 minutes, then 1 minute. It's like
yeah.
how, and
I
then you're
know it.
standing beside your opponent back behind the curtain and you hear people yelling. But once you start making that walk, it's okay. But you're always nervous.
Yeah, you're always stressing about it. I know. I know. Oh well, it's part of the game, man, and you love it.
Yeah.
You seem to enjoy it. Even though there's the weight cuts and the sleepless nights and that little nervousness before, man, you kind of embrace all of it. It's kind of cool to see how you kind of suck it all in. Like, this is just part of my day of work. This is what I have to do.
Yeah, man, it's a crazy job. I'm not sure why anybody would choose it, but hell with it, man. Just fun with it now.
That's awesome, Scotty. Have a great rest of your training camp. Enjoy your chicken that you're cooking now, and
Yeah,
have fun, man, at the fight. It's gonna be great to
yeah,
watch you fight again.
yeah. Hey, I appreciate you having me on, Frank. It's good to talk to you again, man.
Yeah, you're awesome, man. I really love getting because you're very matter factual. Like you don't mix words. Like you're a country kid, so you just don't know how to like doll things up and like put nice little bows on them. You're like,
Yeah,
no, I didn't sleep. It sucked. I want to tell you it felt great, but I didn't feel great. It's just how it is,
yeah,
and that's why I like interviewing you because you're pretty
yeah,
just like this is what it is, and this is just how it is, and it's just you accept it. Like you're very accepting of how the lifestyle has to be treated.
yeah. Well, I mean, your interviews are always more laid back, but I've kind of decided with the interviews, I'm kind of over just because the media is going to say whatever they want about you, and then when you lose, they're gonna dog you out or turn their
Yeah.
back on you anyway. You've never done that to me, but I'm just kind of over it, man. I'm ready to you know give all the media the finger. When it comes to the
It's
interview, just be myself. I'm tired of saying what I think people want to hear. So
and
uh,
that's the thing is that now it's becoming entertainment. So you got to say
yeah,
something to get people to pay attention to you. You have to if you want
yeah,
to keep getting bigger name fights and better fights. It's become kind of that game. And so for
yeah,
guys like you kind of get lost in the shuffle because you're like, I'm not going to play the game. I don't want to
yeah,
go out there. It's not my personality. If it works for some guys, it works amazingly well because it's their
yeah,
personality. For me, it worked because it's in my personality. But if it's not in your personality, don't change who you are, man, just to make the fans happy.
yeah,
You might get less fans as a whole, but your fans aren't going to turn when you lose. Your fans aren't going to turn when you make a mistake. Where like
yeah,
with me, I had a lot of great fans, and the moment I lost, all the fans were gone. They were just
yeah.
gone. I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess I'm by myself again. This is how it works.
Man, this game, you're only as good as your last fight, man. It's crazy. Everybody, you lose one, and people start turning their back on you. So,
For
um,
sure.
yeah, man, I'm doing me, and you know, we'll see where that gets me. But yeah, I have a hard time buying into it, man. I'm just about that action, I guess. I want to get in the ring and throw down, and usually people are happy with my fights, not always, but
Yeah. You've
it's
got a
part
good
of it.
style. You've got a good style, and you do entertain. That's for sure. Once you're inside there, so stick with it. It's working. It's working for you. And like you
All
said,
right.
like from the last one, you got to make a little mistake. You got to fix little mistakes. I got too emotional, so that's what I had to work on in this
Yeah,
camp. It makes sense. I like it. I like it, man. Good luck, man. Have fun. It's great to talk to you again. We'll talk later.
for sure, for sure. Thanks, Frank. Talk to
You
you
got it,
soon.
Scotty.